is Yana Sofia, and I'm here to share some messages for July. So I sat down to write the messages first, and the image I immediately saw was the Ace of Swords. And in some ways that might not be my favorite ace in the tarot, but everything is useful. And the key message was, the first message, don't be afraid to cut the weeds out of your life. And don't be afraid to let what is dead fall away. Because this is the only way that the new can grow. You need space for the new in your life that's rapidly arriving. And we're all human. It's okay to be sad about what has happened, about what didn't happen, about what you're letting go of. But you need to be able to let go, because otherwise you'll be stuck in limbo. And now is the time to move forward. Because during this time it feels like we are getting many downloads, many new codes from the sun, and we are grounding them into the earth. And a lot of this energy feels quite new and perhaps a bit unfamiliar to us. And in parallel, many timelines, old timelines are closing and falling off, so we need to let them. And many older versions of ourselves are falling off, and we need to be ready to let them fall off as well. And another message I got is that it's important to be a bit aware, because we might have lived in these older timelines for a while, so we need to be a bit careful not to be swept away in any of the old timelines, not to be dragged back into the old drama, the old story, the old identities. So that is something to be aware of. And the final message was that it's okay if you don't know exactly what's coming up next. It's natural. It's like many changes are happening in parallel and the dust hasn't settled yet. So what you need to do is first of all trust, and then stay focused on the highest timeline. Meditate on the highest timeline. Pray for the highest timeline. Actually, I recorded some light language a few days ago about this, so I'll share it. And my guides are also telling me that this period might feel really new and uncertain, but that's okay. Sometimes the most beautiful journeys start with a single step. So what is important is for us to take the step and to also recognize that we are co-creating the path. And it's okay if your path is different to other people's. It's okay if your path is different even to the people that up to now have been closest to you. Because it's important to respect free will. And on the 3D Earth, people have their own free will, and that means they can make their choices. They can make choices that lead them either towards unity consciousness or away from unity consciousness. But for better or for worse, that's for them to decide. And you can be honest with them, but you need to respect it. Unless they're your underage children, then it's a bit different because you're responsible for them. So these were the key messages that I got. July feels really exciting to me. I know I mentioned the sun earlier, and it's true. I feel like the sun is very potent during this time. We're getting many new downloads, many new codes. So it's okay for us to, if we can, to allow for some time to integrate these codes. It's okay to take it a bit easy. So if you want, give me a moment and I'll share some light language to help us with the energies in July. Koyoto mayata koyoto poyata kayata mananana koyoto manana koyoto pata kayata tata mananana koyoto toto parata kayata ta amanakata. Hi. And what I'm saying is the Arcturians are here to help us during this time. Koyoto po koyo amanana koyoto pata kayata tata kayata tata patata. And you know, the Arcturians, more or less, they don't have a body the way we see bodies. And they are here to teach us that the self, what we see as a construct of the self, is it's actually not as stable as we perceive it with our human eyes, but it's ever evolving. Koyotoma hayakototo payatakayata manananana kayata manananana kayata manananana payatatata kayatata payototototototo. So it's like every one of us is carrying this beautiful geometry inside us. And this is how I perceive each person's higher self, each person's true self, as a beautiful, complex, moving geometry. And this person has their own sound, their own music as well. And the more we see ourselves like that, the more we connect with our true nature, and the easier it is for us to let go of the old stories, the easier it is for us to let go of the solidity, of the heaviness of the old stories, of our old identities, of our old human bodies. Koyoto patakaya, maya tonano, koyoto paratakaya, tamanana, keya mananana, keya manakayata, kaya toto koyoto, maya nanana, peya manakata, eyakoto, paratakayata, peya koyo, kaya to nanana, paya tata. And the more we see ourselves, the more we see ourselves like this, the more we see ourselves as a living and evolving story, the more we see ourselves as a beautiful angelic symphony that plays for eternity, the easier it is for us to step into the higher timelines that are there waiting for us. But because they are so different, so familiar, sometimes we might not even see them, we might not recognize them, or we might see them and we might feel a bit intimidated, a bit scared. We might say, oh no, this is not for me, I could never do it. No. So, but ask yourself if you feel like this, is that the highest truth? The answer is always no. So take a deep breath and accept stepping into your new self. accept stepping into your new reality with the help of Arcturians and all our friends, our guides and spirit. And I see the Arcturian sending us this beautiful, soothing light blue energy to help us with this transition. Koyoto maya kayata pata, eyoto koyoto patata, kayato eyo manana, kayata manana, koyoto ma eyo pata, kayata tata tata, eyo pakayata, kayato mana, kayato tata 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 tata, peyoto maya taka, eyo pata tata tata. And you know what happened to me the other day? As I was getting ready to sleep, I heard this unfamiliar sound, and I turned on the light, and there was a grasshopper that had found its way to my bedroom. And I think that's a sign. That was a sign from the universe telling me that we are all ready. Those of us who choose it, we are ready to hop into a new timeline. But the new timelines that are available for us, they're not just a step up from the old timelines. They're a jump. They're a quantum jump. So we need to be ready for this. Koyoto eyo pakata, eyo manana kayata mana, eyo pataka, toro to, kaya mana, apata mana, eyo, tamana na 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 na, kayo tamana na na na, eyo kayata tata, payo to, opeta, tarata mayata, eyo mana na na, kaya mana, eyo mana na na. And I'm also hearing there is no reason to be worried. There is no reason to be afraid about the future, because we do have a lot of support. And the more we step into our true selves, the more we are able to connect with that support, the more we are able to connect with our unseen friends and spirit, and the more and more they will become seen, actually. And what I'm seeing now is that we have these beautiful glowing dragons from Sirius. There's beautiful glowing dragons, and they are waiting for us. So if you want, you can call on your dragon to help you with their fire, to help you open up the path, to help you make the path more clear. They can light up the path with their holy fire. They can make it more visible, more safe for you. You have always been safe, but they can help you understand. They can help you see that you are safe. So if you want this gift, if you want the dragons to light up your path, just say yes now. Koyoto, hayata, koyoto, koyoto, kayama, tayama, keyo, toyoto, koyoto, and in your mind's eye, see the dragon's fire clearing the path. See the dragon's fire lighting up the path, so that every step that you take is bright, every step that you take is clear, so that you always feel safe, you always feel guided, you always feel protected, while you follow your inspiration, while you follow your highest joy. Koyoto, oyo kaya, maya na 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 na, eyo manana, keyo faya manana na na na, payo to koyo See yourself walking down the highest path. See yourself making the steps. See yourself, feel yourself walking onto your highest timeline now. Koyoto manana, kaya mana, oyo koyoto, maya nanana, kayoto ma, eya pakaita, yatama, kaya mana, eya pakata, yanana, tayo mana, kayata, cha. And so it is, with love and gratitude.